Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my third video that I'm posting, but my first time really telling you guys about who I am, my background, fitness, and all that stuff. So, first things first, when you see me out in public, don't call me GetFitWitBritt, okay? Just call me Brittany. So, name is Brittany. You can call me Britt. I am from Charlotte, North Carolina, born and raised. I came to Raleigh, North Carolina to attend St. Augustine's University. Went there for 4 years, graduated, met the love of my life, and now we are here in Raleigh still with our 2 children. So Stephen Jr. is 7, he just turned 7, and Shahari is 1, and she is going on like 15, I think. Yeah. So that's really my background. I come from single parent home, mom, grandma, 2 uncles, my siblings, my sister, my brother, and we all stayed in this one small home, and that's how I grew up. So very humble beginnings. We had a really good childhood growing up, so it wasn't nothing like crazy going on. So my mom, she worked. I never not know my mom to not work. My mom always had a job. So did my grandma. So I watched that. I watched them working and taking care of the household, taking care of us, and that wasn't an easy task with 3 kids, bills, everything else. So we had a pretty good childhood growing up. I saw what hard work looked like, so it wasn't really hard for me to adapt to hard work and dreaming and setting those standards for myself of what success should be. So I definitely got to credit my grandma and my mom and my uncles to all that. Okay, so fitness really came about. Let me just back up and say I was never an athlete, okay? I played a little bit of sports, but I only got into sports because I just wanted to just see boys. So anyways, so I never really was a big sports person, but when I got to college, I think I was like 135 pounds, 140. I was real small. I was real petite. And the freshman 15 was real. It was like freshman 30 for me. You have Cookout, Bojangles across the street from each other where I went to school at. So going to those places on top of cafeteria food, on top of drinking, on top of snacking, it all just added up. And when you come from a household where your mom is already on her fitness journey, so there was no fast food, no snacks in the house, no chips, cookies, none of that. My mom was already on her fitness journey, and she lost so much weight. So when you come from that and then go into an environment where you can do whatever you want to do, eat what you want to eat, you get crazy, you get buck wild. So that's what happened to me. Like, I just ate like I had no sense. When my senior year came, I was definitely about 216 pounds. And when I saw that number, I was just like, what in the world? Like, how did I let myself get to this point? And you got to think, that's 4 years of not doing anything, not being as active, not drinking a lot of water, not eating anything healthy and nutritious, and my body paid for it. Like, I would get so tired of just like walking to class and walking upstairs, and then on top of all of that, I got pregnant my senior year, so 212, 216 pounds. I'm only 5'2", so like, yeah, think about that. So yeah, anyway, like I was saying before, my camera just started acting all crazy. Having all that weight on me was just like crazy. Like, I just couldn't deal with it no more. So I actually tried to get in shape. I started working out with a friend of mine, and then that same week, literally that same week, is when I found out I was pregnant. So that all just went down the drain. And then the main reason why I got into fitness was because I wanted my son to be healthy. That was really like the main reason why, aside from wanting to not be heavy and be more confident in myself. Having him to be healthy was like the number 1 goal for me, and that's why I really got into fitness. So one of the first things I did was realize that, okay, you need to get in shape. There is no way around that. If you don't get in shape now, you're going to continue to, be obese and fall into that category. And then, who knows how long you will be here. So I am so thankful to God that he really, took me out of a dark place. Because I was in a dark place for so long after Junior was born. I know, postpartum depression was real for me, and I had it. I suffered from postpartum depression, but having that on top of being insecure with my weight really got to me. On top of not having a job, on top of being a college grad, like, you go to school and your family, people tell you, you go to school, you graduate, and then you find this magical job out of nowhere. And when I graduated, everything just hit me, like reality just hit me like a bus. For real. So the moment that I really started to take care of myself and get in shape, I was laying in bed and I was eating like Cheez-Its, like I was really down. And then a Shaun T commercial came on for Insanity, and I'm like, I need to be sweating like them. Like, I need to be, working out and about to die like them. Like, Shaun T had them going crazy, like with the abs and the sweat. I wanted that. And it just looked like they were losing weight and having fun and getting in shape. So that same day, I told Steve to go and get me all the workout DVDs that you can, because at that time I didn't have a babysitter, or I really couldn't afford a babysitter to watch my son so that I could go to a gym. But you need a gym membership and you need a job to have a gym membership. Well, you don't really need a job, but it's not free. So I had to work out at home. So I started off working out at home to some DVDs, and those DVDs were like belly dancing and what else was it? It was like, it wasn't Insanity, that's for sure, but it was like Tybo and stuff like that. So after a few months of doing those DVDs, it just got really boring and really repetitive, and I just needed something different. Like, I already knew like the routines, and it was like, okay, well, I'm about to twirl my hips, and I was like, all right, I'm over it. So I just started doing my research. I started Googling, how can I lose weight at home? And from that came body weight training. So body weight training, of course, is like squats and push-ups. So think of like the exercises that they do in the military. So squats, push-ups, jumping jacks, inchworms. When I found body weight training and that you really didn't need anything but your own body, it was just like light bulb just went off, and I just really felt like I just found out like the best thing since sliced bread, honestly. So I started doing those. I would just look on YouTube and Google and just study, okay, functional movement and how are these exercises helping me, and what results can I get from it. So I was just doing it, and I was getting really good results. And then that's when I found Massey Arias. Like, once I found out who she was, that was it for me. That was the game changer right there. Like, she really broke it down, and she was doing the same exercises that I was doing. So when I saw that she was doing squats and things like that too, I was like, wow, like, okay, I'm doing something right. And then she just broke down the nutrition side. So I had the exercise part right, down. It was just the food, and the way that she broke it down was just so simple to me. Like, I'm not a simple person, okay? But I need to have things like, okay, A, B, and C. I don't need A1, A2, you know what I'm saying? I don't need all that. Just tell me, what to do, and I'm gonna do it. And that's what she did for me. And once I found it, okay, you just need protein, healthy fats, carbs, and find meals that go into those categories and put it together as a meal, I was like, wow, like, okay, I got this. So even though this is kind of a long story, to make a longer story short, it took me like 3 years to get from, I think I was like maybe 212 when I really started like taking my health serious and staying on track. And it took me like 3 years to get to 155 pounds. And I remember one of the first ways I knew that I had lost some weight was when I tried on this dress. And I looked in the mirror and I was just like, oh my gosh, like I am getting small out here, okay? And then when I saw that the scale was 155, I really cried. Like, I ain't even playing. Like, I was boohoo crying because I just never thought that I could reach 155 pounds and see abs on my body for the first time. It was just like, wow, like I did this. I didn't have a trainer. You know, I couldn't afford a trainer or a gym membership. Like, I put in the time, I dedicated everything. I stopped going to school, not because of it, but I just knew that I could take fitness and health like far than, you know, okay, you go to work, you go to school, you be a sociology major, and then you find a job in social work. When I found out, or when I really, you know, got more confident in what I was doing, that's when I knew I can turn this into something bigger than what I ever imagined for my life and for my kids. So in 2016, January 2016, that's when I got my certified personal training certifications. And once I did that, it was on. I started applying to all types of gyms, and I got to Planet Fitness. So I started Planet Fitness in that September of 2016, and I was there for 3 years. So you know, as some of you guys already know, I recently quit in September, my 3rd year. I just know that I can take what I'm doing and what I know and my experience and take it higher. So in those 3 years, I worked with, you know, people, well, I would say people, but I worked with, you know, guys with, you know, disabilities and older people, younger people, teenagers, you know, women going through menopause. It's just, I don't want to take you guys time too much longer, but I can tell you there was so many stories and so many backgrounds, and all of that really just made me fall in love with fitness over and over and over again, because it really helps you to put people in perspective when you're helping other people reach their goals. And that was definitely so rewarding, and I created so many relationships and you know, really like family close-knit relationships that I'm really gonna miss, honestly. So that's really my background, my story. Just, you know, girl from Charlotte, North Carolina, humble beginnings, went to school. I did everything that my mom told me to do. As far as you graduate, go to school, you get this job, and then that's it. But life just took a turn when I found out that it don't work that way. Like, there is no cookie cutter approach to your life, and I'm still figuring that out. And then when Junior came along, that's when everything really changed for me. So my son is really the reason why my life has changed for the better. So so yeah, that's my story. That's how Get Fit with Britt came about. And I'm going to continue to build my business. I'm going to continue to grow my brand and continue to inspire and motivate and keep on putting things out there for you guys and for me too. You know, it makes me feel good when I can help somebody else. I never looked at it as a competition, even though the enemy wants you to be like, oh, like they have a nicer body than you, or they have, you know, this much experience on you. And it's like, so what? Like, everybody has their own life journey. Everybody has their own experiences. And I say all that to say this. Once you find out what it is that you want to do, you got to just do it. You can't like do what everybody else says. You can't compare yourself, because there's nobody like you. And once you know that, and once you believe that, anything is possible. Anything is possible. And I am such a firm believer of that. So I hope you guys enjoyed my story. I enjoyed sharing my story with you guys, and I am so excited to see where this YouTube channel goes. So if you guys want to click and subscribe to my YouTube channel, I would appreciate it. I love you guys, and you can follow me on IG at GetFitWit_Britt2. Facebook is the same thing. Twitter is the same thing. So yeah, all that will be in the description below. So if you just want to see like more pictures, anything like that, follow me. All right, you guys. Bye.